Hi folks, my name is Damien Montero from Boca.js, and I wanted to share with you some of the things you need to do to join some of the amazing events that are happening now virtually throughout the internet, including the next Boca.js on April 7th. So, let's go to my computer and see what's going on in here. This is my computer, and I see that the next Boca.js event is happening and they'll be using Zoom. Well, I don't really see that, but sort of in the bottom here, let me see if I can zoom in there, it says live.bocajs.org, and if I click on it, the link goes to a Zoom meeting. And Zoom is popping up a message, and Mac, I'm just happen to be using a Mac, not a big deal. It says, listen, I don't have an app for it. Let's go and install. And that's a little bit different than other events, like, for example, the Grammar Hub. Now, Grammar Hub is a great organization for people that are trying to learn to program and working with other ones that are doing that. So definitely join them if you can. But if you click on their link of their event, it sort of starts up, and there's a website going on there. They're using meet.google.com. It's a different technology. Very different than, for example, also IoT Cafe at the FLA.net meetup group. When you click on their link, it asks you to install or join using Microsoft Teams, a third option here. So two of the options, Zoom and Teams, require you to install the software. And that's okay. One of the options, some of the other ones require you to not install option, but it is less compatible with some of the other computers. Now, let me make that very absolutely clear. Every one of the software we ask you to install, whether it be Zoom or Teams for any one of the meetings, is installable and does not require you to log in. Let me repeat that. You can install it on any device. Yes, your Chromebook, your Mac, your Windows, your iPhone, your Android phone, your Samsung phone, your iPad, your Fire tablet, anything that has a screen and can go on the internet will be able to install this software. And none of them require you to log in. So you can install it, join us, and if you don't want to, not sign up. Let's do how to do it. You can go to zoom.us/downloads or simply Google teams.com/download or teams/download and install the first link in there for Zoom that says Zoom Client Meetings. Now, you can also just simply sort of forget, please don't, at the last minute and click on that link, for example, for the live.bocajs.org event, and sort of see that there's a link there that says download and run Zoom. When you click on it on Windows, Mac, Chrome, etc., it will send you to a website, a download link, that you can simply click on and it will install the software. Now the software seems to always go to another window. It went over here, so let me drag it down. And I'm going to install it pretty much by going next, next, next. Feel free definitely to go ahead and read the instructions, read what it's doing. I don't want you to stop you. But right away it will install it and right away it's ready. And here's the important thing here. Notice something very carefully. I have the option to join a meeting, which I'm going to do in just a minute, or sign in. And also through signing in, I can register. So if I click on sign in, I can register. And if you have one already from work, you can sign in with that one if you wish. But I'm not going to. I'm going to simply refresh the page at the image at the live.bocajs.org, and this time it will install the software. It will come down here and it opens up in another window. Ask me my name. Notice it did not ask me anything to sign up, and I did not have to go to my email, and I did not have to give my credit card. In fact, you never have to give your credit card. You can put anything you'd like. We suggest your full name or partial name, something that uniquely identifies you, makes sense to you. And I'm going to go get a window here, and I'm going to bring it down here. That's going to give me a pop-up that's saying, how would I like to join? Okay, and I can click on different options here. And I apologize, I didn't let you read it, but the different options are as follows. They will let you join by, and don't worry about the fact that this computer had, of course, the webcam on the computer is different than the one that you're looking at right now, on the left-hand side, that one of me right over there. But I will be able to also make phone calls. So if you're having some trouble with the internet and you just want to hear a different way, or people are not able to hear you, or your headset it works for your phone only, you can make a phone call into this conversation, into this meeting. Okay, and you can switch to audio, and then you can also test some parts about the audio and all that. So here's the most important. So you're in, and it works the same way whether it's the Google Meet, whether it's the Teams that you installed, whether it's Zoom installed, you're in. And right now, what I have here is you're actually seeing not my video of my computer that I just installed, but the presenter, which happens to also be, in this case, me. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video. I'm going to click on Start Video, and now this one up here is me. What I would suggest also is make it large. And if there is a lot of people, try this view. Click on the view here to do audio. So now this one right here, is me on the right hand side. This one we hear is the one that's waving his hand over there. That's the presenter. That's a lot of me going on right here, but just bear with me here. The one on the far left is me talking to you. This is me telling you all the information that you want to hear. The one on the right here that's waving his hand in front of it is the main presenter. And in fact, the main presenter will do something here. And at the beginning, there'll be conversations. So there'll be, in this case, a really self-conversation with me. But eventually, the speaker will start sharing his or her screen. When they share the screen, this is what will happen. We will shrink up to the top. In fact, we may be able to disappear, and we'll see just that person's presentation. And so you can see what's going on. You can still hear and talk to each other. In fact, if I move my mouse, I can still unmute myself and mute myself. And it's proper etiquette, I would say, to sort of mute yourself while somebody else is talking in the case of the speaker. If the speaker sort of stops the presentation and it's sort of chit-chat time, it's perfectly fine to unmute yourself during the call conversation, even if you're not talking. It's perfectly fine. Now, having talking about that, what you see me on the left-hand side of the screen is me using a nice little microphone here that has headphones but has a longer microphone that comes in here. A lot of times you will see people with this kind of thing, and I've seen people sort of bite on them and or put it on their glasses so that the microphone is a little bit closer. I've chosen the microphone that comes up here, and you can buy them. There's even one, if you can, unfortunately now not time to do it, but you can order on Amazon ones that are nice headsets that go over it. Here's what you don't want to do. And to do this, I'm going to switch headphones. Okay? I'm going to unplug my headphones. I'm going to go up here to the speaker here that you're listening to. You are now hearing me on my computer laptop. That's why I'm sort of facing down here. And here's the important thing about hearing me. I know you hear a difference. I know you can hear the fact that there's probably a fan going on here. Not only the fact that you can see me and truly hear that I'm in the garage here, which sounds horrible. And really, there's going to be noises and things like that. So just be conscious of the fact that it would be ideal to get some kind of microphone or something that you can speak into. Even a good pair of headphones that have a microphone built in are pretty okay, because although the headphones will be far away from your mouth, as the difference, these have a microphone very close to my mouth. It's a little bit closer than the laptop is. And this is a Mac, and it's a fairly high-end one, so just like any high-end Windows one, it has a very good set of microphones, so you can still hear me. But if you're interested in the next meetup, ask me, and I'll show you a very professional team that seem to have been making cool because they could have make great video, and let me switch back before I get this worse. And can you still hear me? Good. And made a fantastic video. Wonderful content. And the whole time, the person was speaking as best as she could on a laptop, and it sounded horrible. And one thing that is really annoying in a webcast, you will excuse the fact that it's grainy, you will excuse the fact that you can tell I'm in a garage with a cheap, green camera, but you will not excuse the fact that the audio is really bad. So try to do that. People will not hear you very well, will want to mute you, they'll kind of ignore you if the audio is a little bit bad. They will be okay if you go ahead and you stop your video and all of a sudden it's just your name on there. I think they'll be okay. People enjoy the video, but that's something to be aware of. The last thing I want to do is some little bit pro tips here. Now that you have all the idea, you know how to go to these meetups, you know how to check for a password. Remember, the password, if there is one, if it is popping up, it's not the password of your account. It's a password of the meeting. So check for your emails that the organizer may have sent last minute. Check if there's one just below it on the meetup page, because the meeting password is for the conference, not for your account on Zoom or Meet or things like that. Be aware of that. Okay, one of the last things to be aware about is if I click on this, there is these wonderful options for virtual backgrounds. And I have nothing set up, so let's go ahead and set one up here. So bear with me here. I'm talking as if you guys can see me. And I have here, let's see, we have one green screen. Let's see if we can add an image here. Let's see. That's a nice image. I'm going to go ahead and add it. And yes, I don't know if you caught it there, you can also add, and it's just wonderful here, you can also add videos. And here's what some amazing people have chosen about videos. There's no limitations. So if literally you want to watch Beauty and the Beast behind me, we can. Now, one of the things that we'll do is, let's see, that it will try to, let's see if it does a good job about it. There it is. Can you see me on the right hand side? It has done a spectacular job at cutting me out. And sometimes it gets a little bit confused with my hands and where it is. So here's one of the things. Again, I clicked on, let's do that one more time. I clicked on this I made sure to have my video turned on. I clicked on this option and I chose virtual backgrounds. In the virtual backgrounds, I added one, and you may see some of yours in here. Some pre-existing ones that Zoom usually comes with and all that. I've uninstalled and installed Zoom so many times I think they kind of lost them. I'm going to click on it and you will or might not have the option for video, but you might have some other options from there. Now just be aware that Chromebook versions and iPad versions and I believe Android versions don't have these virtual backgrounds, but if you do it from a computer, a Mac, a Windows, and I believe even Linux, you will be able to add these virtual backgrounds. If you have a green screen, then you can choose where those virtual backgrounds have. This really cheap $5 green screen from China has really excelled itself. You can see exactly my image and you can see some wonderful videos of what's going on at the same time. Okay, so just be aware of it. You try to do this. One last caveat. A lot of you will do this and say it's failing. A lot of you will see that it's kind of in between, that it's putting the background in you and just barely your eyes come up here. And you will notice that down here you won't be able to turn off this green screen. Okay? I have a green screen and I have a computer. Zoom has decided that certain computers are not good enough. I don't know why. I have plenty of experience as to why this makes no sense, but Zoom will limit certain computers from turning it on, and they will have this option. You will turn it on and something ridiculous will happen. This is a wonderful thing that happened, that instead of just making all of me with little tiny eyes, you'll know what I mean if you get it, happened this way. It actually found the green screen I have behind me and put it in there, which wonderfully detects exactly what I'm doing and all that. But if you turn that on and your computer does not complain about it, and you have a laptop computer, desktop computer, you will see this wonderful background. And feel free, I don't know how successful I'll be. I've been very lucky in choosing great background without you guys seeing some crazy videos that I have here. One of the things I was probably going to do is going to show a video of me earlier doing these sort of presentations and show it in the background. But the point being that just have fun. Just join us. Try to get a good microphone, a good pair of headphones, any kind of Bluetooth headsets, especially ones that work on your phone, work great. You're having some trouble, you feel your phone works better, do mute yourself, do go down here, mute yourself, and make the same link, the same phone call with your phone and listen to it through there. You'll have a great time. I want to see you at the next Boca.js. I want to see you at the next FLA.net, any one of these things. Thank you for listening. Thank you and enjoy yourself. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming.